Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We are at part 2 of the Knuckles playthrough, and once again we are at Marble Garden Zone. And to be fair, there's nothing new about it yet. I mean, we're going to see a lot of familiar territory in this video, but near the end of this zone and through a lot of Carnival Night Zone, we will explore some new territory. Yeah, again folks, I was a little hesitant to go through the Knuckles campaign because a lot of it involves going through areas that we've already seen during Sonic's playthrough. And I could have taken an alternate pathway by going up, but nah, let's just keep on going this way, I guess. I mean, there's really nothing new to talk about in terms of level design. Well, at least nothing new to talk about yet. So what I'll probably do is I'll talk about some things about Knuckles here and there. And yes, I do know about lock-on technology, but I don't want to run out of material just yet. I still got a few more videos to go through. So I'm going to save that for a later time. Okay. So, Knuckles, eh? I've stated in Marble Garden, the Sonic playthrough, that that this place could have been related to Pachacamac's tribe, you know, since Sonic Adventure is deemed canon in relation to this game, so yeah. And I said that, Pachacamac, well, his tribe pretty much tried to attack the sanctuary where the Master Emerald is and where Chaos is. Chaos went all perfect and annihilated the Echidnas, and Tikal somehow stopped the rampage and somehow caused Angel Island to fly using the Master Emerald. That's speculation, but there's enough evidence to support it, so, yeah. Now here's the thing. If Knuckles, according to this game's guide, is the last Echidna, then how is the Echidna line supposed to go on? I mean, and where did his parents go? I mean, surely his parents would have, well, at least sired another child. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we don't really get to know Knuckles' family that much. Now, I'm talking just about the game canon. Just the games. I'm not talking about the comics, okay? I'm just talking in relation to the games. I mean, yeah. So, Knuckles is supposedly around Sonic's age, maybe a little older, not that much, but surely his parents would still be around, but hey, it's Sega Sonic, and there are not that many parents in this continuity. Well, the only exception is Vanilla the Rabbit, so yeah. I mean, there are a lot of unanswered questions in regards to the continuity of the games, and sometimes you want some of these answers spoken, other times you just want to keep the mystery, you know? Like, who taught Knuckles the importance of the Master Emerald? And who taught him why Angel Island must stay afloat? I mean, I'm sure it's his parents, but then who taught them? Probably their parents and stuff, and yeah. And this goes back to the whole being the last of the Echidnas thing. So does this mean once Knuckles dies off, there will be no more Echidnas? Now, I'm talking just the main games. Just the main games. There's that whole Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood that featured a whole group of Echidnas, but I don't know if Sega would consider that game canon now, considering its reception, so who knows. Would I consider that game canon? Well, to be frank, I didn't really play that much of that game, and, well, I got no opinions of the game at all. Anyway, here's something a little bit different. We have this mini-boss again. However, because of Knuckles' gimp jumping, and that the drill machine goes a little bit higher than Sonic's, we have a little help in terms of this platform. I say a little because this platform is moving, and it has spikes that can hurt Knuckles. So, yeah, a little more challenging than Sonic's mini-boss. Yeah. Definitely convinced that this is the more harder mode of the regular Sonic game, because come on, But at the same time, you don't want the same exact challenge as Sonic, you know? You don't want things just like Sonic. You want your own little challenge. So, stupid spikes. Good. Thank God. Thank God. Now, I think it's a Kaizo trap if you touch that spike pillar thing after you defeat that boss and you have no rings. And you could die. So, that's my guess. But I wouldn't try it. I'm sure there are folks who play this game that did try it and probably did die. So, yeah. So, anyway, here we are. Marble Garden, Act 2. Again, a lot of it will be the same thing as before. But don't worry, folks. Near the end of this zone, things will change. Things will change. Of course, there's something that doesn't change, that whole drill thing with the vibrating ruins. So, except it's Egg Robo in control instead of Eggman, because Eggman's doing something else at this time. And of course, you can easily go this way, because Knuckles can just punch through that wall, while Sonic would have to spin dash through it. I mean, it is possible to get here as Sonic. You probably... What the heck? You've seen it already as Sonic. What am I saying? Of course, this is me just looking around areas looking for giant rings because I want to get my Chaos Emeralds. And again, folks, I will get all the Chaos Emeralds before I get to the Sonic and Knuckles portion. It's just, again, they're a little more hard to find as Knuckles. I mean, during the Sonic campaign, I got at least 5 by the end of Angel Island, and I think 5. Or was it 4? It was definitely 5. It was definitely 5. I'm remembering now. Sorry. Sorry, it's taking a little... My memory is not that good, even though I should be reviewing my own videos, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, we're coming up on, well, pretty much the only emerald I can easily find in this place. And you have to go past these collapse spikes and crushing spikes. I hate this badnik right here. Okay. No rings, but I can do this. And, whew! Alright, time to get myself another emerald, and bam. I gotta love editing. Okay, so yeah, blah, 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 blah. I got the emerald. Let's move on. Thank you. Now let's get through the rest of this level, and I need rings badly. And thank goodness badniks do not respawn once you kill them. Well, or else I would be in trouble, you know? Well, now I'm not in trouble. I have rings, so I can continue onward. And in the history of me playing this game, I never, ever found any other giant rings, well, in Marble Garden. I know they exist, but that would require me going to YouTube and looking up other playthroughs. But I'm just going through memory right here, right now. Okay. I will, however, go through Mushroom Hill and, well, get all the Super Emeralds like I did before. Because, well, to be fair, I looked up that playthrough and discovered that there are actually a grand total of 11 giant rings in Mushroom Hill alone. Well, I'll talk more about it when I get there. So, it's good. It's 3 zones away, so yeah. Okay. So, I said in my last video I got my hands on Sonic Lost World and I've started playing it. And here's my early review of it. Gone through most of the first 2 worlds already. Let's see, Windy Hill and Desert Ruins. And so far the game is... Oh, I hate this enemy right here. Ow. Yeah. Don't worry, folks. I remember the Sonic playthrough. I will not die at this area again. Ugh. Of course, this badnik here is going to give me a headache. He's not here, but... Oh, look. Invincibility. Now, here's what I should have done. Because I'm invincible, those spike balls will not hurt Knuckles. I could have just climbed that wall and just moved onward. So, yeah. I hate past me. Okay, as I was saying, I started playing Sonic Lost World, and it's different. I I admit it is different. It's the new control scheme is really well, yeah, practice at it, folks. It's not the whole boost to win. It's not the control scheme established in Sonic Adventure. It's different. Now, I don't want to spoil all my commentary for Sonic Lost World in this video, because, again, I will be LPing this game right after I finish the Knuckles campaign of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But, from what I've played so far, this will be an interesting Let's Play. And I've started seeing some others that have appeared on YouTube, and I've seen that some stages can really screw a player over. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. Oh boy. Anyway, back to this game. Here we are taking a section that Knuckles has to take, because coming up would be a section that only Sonic and Tails can reach, because, well, again, Knuckles has a gimped jump. So here we are climbing up this way, Knuckles' route, and yeah. Okay, and I better get that checkpoint, because coming up will be another one of those ruined collapsing sections like Sonic had. See, there's that, and yeah. I guess anything egg related wants all kinds of ruins destroyed, because, well, they want to build a Eggman land or some kind of robot haven. Who knows? And no, past me, you're going the wrong way. You're supposed to go to the left. Yeah, destroying that statue's middle eye will reveal, well, a pathway upwards, because Knuckles can climb, you see. Alright, let's get going. And I like how the collapsing doesn't begin until you reach a specific point. It's like, hurry up, get to the collapsing point, and here it comes. Now, the collapsing point for Knuckles is a little challenging, again, because you have to climb on certain sections. You have to open doors at certain sections. And we have another one of those statues that we have to destroy its eye in order to proceed. And yeah, gotta be quick or else you will get crushed. And I'm taking the hit right there, folks, because, well, it's better than death, better than getting crushed, and I can always get more rings. Getting lives will be a little more challenging, but rings you can find anywhere. But it doesn't really matter. We have reached the boss of Marble Garden, well, for Knuckles at least. And it makes sense that this boss is a bit different than Sonic and Tails is, because Sonic and Tails, well, they can fly during the Eggman boss. Knuckles, he can glide, but he cannot fly. So, this boss here is, well, different. He will shoot his drill with barbed wire, and the Egg Robo will go along the pathway of the barbed wire until he reconnects with the drill, and he will repeat the process. And you can just hit good old Egg Robo as he's coming up and down. Now, be careful, the barbed wire will hurt Knuckles, the drill will hurt Knuckles, and the flames from the egg machine will hurt Knuckles, so, yeah. But anyway, that's it for, well, Marble Garden Zone, and onward to Carnival Night Zone. And already it's a bit different from, well, Sonic and Tails' campaign, so yeah. And I'm guessing that they had this section just for Knuckles, well, besides that whole flying thing, was because a certain section of Marble Garden was destroyed, you know? Because Eggman went completely bonkers and just smashed that sucker in the bits. So, yeah. And folks, my little run-through Carnival Night Zone will be a little bit shorter because, well, you're going to see shortly, but for right now, I'm just really plowing through this stage. And yeah. Still can't believe that Michael Jackson composed some of this music. But, hey, why not? A little semblance of the King of Pop, or who knows, I don't know. Let's see. Careful of the barrels, don't let them crush you. But thankfully there are no barrels of doom section like Sonic's in Knuckles' section. I mean, granted that there are barrels that are like that, but you don't want to They're nothing like the barrels that Sonic and Tails encountered, so yeah. Ooh, gold ring, hooray. And I got my 5th emerald. Almost there. We're just almost there. In fact, next video, I'll become... What will I become once I get all 7 emeralds? Screw it. I'm just going to say it. We're going to become Super Knuckles. And you will actually see Super Knuckles, well, next part. But for right now, this is actually a pretty short section because already we are at the mini-boss. I'm not kidding. Here we are. Told you it was short. Oh, but the next part will be even shorter. Alright, like before, we need to hit the machine itself to expose its weakness so that the top thing can hit itself. And be careful of the electric, the electric field it produces so you don't get zapped. Otherwise, just dodge and make sure that this thing is destroyed before you run out of floor. And yeah, here's the funny thing. Once we slow down around here, there is definitely ground, but until then, it's considered bottomless pit. I'm thinking about too much because it's a video game. You're not supposed to think too much. Well, unless you're thinking of ways to defeat enemies and proceeding through a stage, that is. So, yeah. Alright, time to go through Act 2 very quickly. Very, very quickly. Alright. Now, here's the thing, folks. We will be entering familiar territory with Act 2, Sonic's portion. However, there will be something different about it. Well, there's no water here. How come? Well, remember, during Sonic's playthrough, Angel Island was in the water. And when something splashes down, sometimes some of that water floods into, well, the container itself. In other words, parts of water, well, flooded Angel Island. And now that Angel Island is back in the sky, well, no more water. Well, in certain areas at least. I mean, if there's water naturally in a certain area, of course there's going to be water, but no excess water in certain areas. And this is further proof that this takes place after Sonic's campaign. And yeah, this bubble shield I have, completely worthless. I don't really need it, really. And some people think that this takes place at the same time as Sonic's story. Nope, 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 nope. In fact, we will see even further evidence that, well, this takes place after Sonic's story. Ow, spikes. Now, here's the thing, folks. I'm about to end this level right quick, and I will not even face off against the boss. That's right. I will not face off against an egg robo in an egg machine. So, yeah. Now, it is possible, from what I've read, that you can reach the area with the egg machine. And the developers were smart to include egg robo in that case. So, yeah, if you ever manage to get to where the boss is, it's definitely egg robo. But otherwise, we can just finish this level right quick and move on without fighting the boss. I mean, seriously, we're about to reach that certain point, and first of all, we just keep going, There we go. Get those ring boxes. Rings are good. And just keep going there. Just keep going. And yeah, I think you can finish this level in just under a minute if you know exactly where to go. And yeah, that's it. We're done. We don't even need to fight the boss. It won't be the only time we will encounter something like this. And yeah, folks, I will see you next time as we continue the Knuckles playthrough. Bye now.